am your host, Comic Boss. To my left is
13 the Almighty.
keep going around.
Your girl Nico Smith, hashtag Queenie.
Corey Salter, True Floyd. Hey everybody, it's good to be back.
And today we are talking games of the year, the games that we picked up and loved, the games that was not worth playing, and this past weekend the Video Game Awards
Yeah.
that showed the hotness.
And you know, I'm gonna say it right off the back. I think a lot of people there was a big issue with Death Stranding because the game is good.
The game was good.
But no. Hear my tone. The game's good,
But
but
that's what something totally separate.
It's different.
Right.
It's very different, and it's not something that you could pitch to someone who's never played a Kojima game.
Right.
Like,
I'm unfamiliar. What is that?
And there you go. And she is a perfect person.
That was a perfect example. Spot on. And that is you being completely honest, too.
Hideo Kojima is one of the biggest game developers in the industry, right? But his games are more cinematic than
Has he made though?
He was the creator of the Metal Gear Solid series.
that guy.
Games that
Yeah.
started on Game Boy.
No,
Yeah,
I do know.
that guy.
He makes interactive. He's not making
Yes.
games, he makes interactive movies.
Pretty much.
Whoa.
Cinematic
No,
cinematic games.
there's still games. Detroit Become Human was an interactive movie.
Okay. Detroit Become Human wasn't in but you have to remember, Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid is a movie that you could play the cutscenes.
Had a lot of cutscenes.
So much.
Metal Gear definitely had a whole lot of cutscenes.
So-
A lot of cutscenes.
It was a movie where you got to
Yup.
play out the action sequences.
Pretty much.
That's what Metal Gear Solid was.
And that's Hideo Kojima in a nutshell. Like he even said it like
Good action sequences.
Not just that, but he just gives you
Good
small
storytelling.
storylines, and then it's like just the small stuff, just like with Metal Gear Solid, just that little.
And he has a good sense of humor. Who's that?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
The first time that happened on the PlayStation joint, you heard the girl, what's that? You're like, oh shit. A box.
Or that
That's what you get.
or that when you gotta play the boss, you have to unplug the first controller and put it in a second port.
That's what you get when you sit there and you have a game developer that is like at the top of their fields. And when it comes to Death Stranding, that is a game developer unleashed, unbound. No,
For those who
It really was.
haven't played
no more needs that.
For those who haven't played Death Stranding is a video game where you are essentially a messenger, FBI, FedEx delivery person in a post-apocalyptic world. That is the game.
Wait, you're supposed to repopulate the world?
No, you're a messenger.
Deliver shit.
Yeah, you deliver packages.
Side mission where you actually are delivering pizzas to someone who actually is trying to kill you throughout the game. You don't realize it because every time you deliver the pizza, they're not there. But it's actually one of the main antagonists who are trying to kill you.
That's again, you are a delivery person. But Hideo Kojima made it in a way where you are not only delivering packages, you are essentially rebuilding America.
Yeah.
So if you make a ladder in your game, I could come and use your ladder in mine.
Yeah.
If you make a road,
The
Yeah.
community sense of the game is actually really cool.
yeah,
That's cool.
That it's very cool. It's definitely new. And I think just with
Death Stranding is Kojima off the leash.
Yeah, it really is because there's so many different things
no.
going on in the
Mm.
game that if you're not a diverse player in thought, you're not gonna enjoy this game.
The thing that
You're
just popped into
you're
my
just
head
not.
when you said essential
That's
delivery,
players. I
man.
like when I like.
I just thought of myself.
It's fine.
Like doing Uber Eats in the middle of the apocalypse,
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
That's disturbing.
Or being a FedEx
I
person.
want you to come to my room.
But could you?
No.
But could you imagine though, like the whole world is all kinds of jacked up, right? And like Uber Eats is still going on.
Still going strong.
Expensive as hell.
Because
Instead of you spending like $14 at this one place in order for them to go out, you spend at least $150
or more, like 2,000.
Money doesn't exist anymore. Y'all gotta like
barter.
You gotta pay with chickens or something. Like,
I'm gonna tell you now, I'm still gonna be irritated when it's like, oh, deliver to my door, and I go to it's just a fucking high rise. What 21st floor?
I'm gonna leave it in the lobby.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right here.
Because in the game you don't go down the street, you go across state lines.
You go across state lines.
So you go from Pennsylvania to New York. Like that's a delivery.
And if you and the crazy part, the bag you carry, it's built like the Japanese way of stacking packages.
Oh.
So if you fall, you gotta shit'll fall. You gotta pick
The
all
packages will
that shit
fall.
back up.
They might fall over a cliff, so you gotta go down the cliff.
When you're traveling, balance when you go is very crucial. It won't just be you walking up and everything will be fine. They'll be like, you're starting to lean. Oh, let me lean this way. All right, let me lean that way. Like it gets there.
Yeah.
Like, am I the only person that when you driving or anything that like requires you to turn or lean either way, like you be leaning with your controller? Like that's
Yes.
something. That's gonna make you lean more or give you
Must
more
have
pause.
loved that PlayStation 3 with the Axis controller.
That
Everybody.
Where you
loves it.
actually can turn the controller to turn.
I'll tell you, at some point you do grow out of it.
You would love that.
At some point you do grow out of it.
No,
I say no.
I'm not.
I've grown out of it.
My mom did that shit
Even
for
Mortal
years.
Kombat, son. Even still playing Mortal Kombat.
you be shaking the controller.
Oh, I got rechargeable batteries now. So, and wireless controllers.
Hey.
On PlayStation 2.
Hey.
We got Mortal Kombat, Armageddon.
Oh shit.
Wow.
That is.
Wow.
Isn't that the one where you can make a character?
Yeah.
I remember I made Lara Croft a black sister.
I think the only type of games where I actually still move and duck around as I'm playing would be like action games or like JRPGs, like Kingdom Hearts and.
Anything when people shoot at me, I still flinch.
I flinch too, but only like when I have
When it's
my
a big
whole surround sound set up.
Oh,
Like I used to have my
yeah.
surround sound set up in my room, and I would have the.
Or where you were playing that last FNAF game.
Look here.
Oh God.
Look here. I had big ass TV. I had my speakers set up. I had one door on the one side of my room and the other door on the other side of my room, and I'm playing on full surround sound.
Everyone tell you to do all that?
Right. Right.
That's how my normal setup was with the subwoofer under the couch. So when I'm looking for Foxy, and you can hear him running, gunning it down the hall, and you hear him knock on the door when you close it, I almost had a heart attack. Cause I thought it was an animatronic actually in my room, cut off.
Nope. Cut it all off.
Like I literally stayed upstairs in the living room.
Cut it all off.
Disney movies for about a good solid 2 hours before
I always find
Yeah,
that
versus
astounding how you would play such a game and be frightened by it and still be somewhat of a furry enthusiast.
Let me ask y'all: Is y'all too? Is FNAF the scariest game to y'all? Y'all ever played?
It depends.
Cause I don't play hard games.
Have y'all
I don't know about Nico.
Samsung VR. What was it called?
Corey played Resident Evil VR.
No, it wasn't Resident Evil. It was another one. Before they came out with Resident Evil, this is when they first came out with VR. This is back in 2016, so it's about 3 years ago. When I was working at AT&T, and they first came out with the Samsung VR. It was like such a big deal, and they had this one game on there. I think it was either called like Mama or
Mothered.
Mother.
Mothered.
Yeah, I think it might have been Mother. Or
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah.
or whatever. And like you playing on Gear VR. First of all, it's a horror game, so just expect to get scared. But not to mention, you got, even though it's just the goggles, the way the goggles are set up is like it directs the
The sound
directly to your ears. So it feels like surround sound, and then on top of that, everything you see is all in the game.
Right.
You start out in this creepy house, whatever, this
Right.
creepy looking doll just sitting there and whatnot. You know, it's
You
storming
played it?
outside. I've seen gameplays, and I also saw it done in the store.
No.
No.
Y'all already know. I don't. I don't like being scared.
So
like, it was funny.
in a future episode, we're gonna get some VRs and show the team playing something, playing something.
Go-kart Mario or
I-
Sims or something.
I played.
Calm.
I did play Resident Evil 7 Biohazard on PlayStation VR.
And you got past like the opening and cut that shit off, right?
Yeah, because
Too much?
first off,
Too much.
First off, it's the first Resident Evil game to be done in first-person point of view.
Was it good? Was it done well?
It's first off, the Baker family is fucking
Oh.
disgusting to look at.
Yeah.
You played the game, but you ain't playing the VR,
They're
right?
the nastiest, weirdest looking rednecks ever animated, and they are act like. I'm glad I stopped playing that early because
No, they're not.
Weirdly,
They're just rednecks. They're just rednecks.
The old lady of the family has crotch goblins that you have to kill.
What?
You would have went.
Yeah, her boss battle. There's literally insects coming out of her vagina, and you have to set her
Wait,
on fire.
but like how?
Yeah.
She stayed.
Once you
know,
transfer
she
that
like
at some point,
she
it's
like
like a house size.
she like becomes
enemy.
8 feet tall and lifts her skirt up. And it's just,
Oh my god.
air quotes on what the pussy is.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like
A dimension
Because
of hell.
because it's just bugs.
Black hole.
It's like a black hole that bugs coming out.
You
can't
got
see
him
where
So many
it
bugs
originated.
coming out. I'm not
Which would have
sure.
been flashbacks.
I'm sorry.
One of those things where you just like
I'm sorry to take
play
you back
forward.
to your.
When it comes to scary games for me, like, it depends on what era of month you're talking about.
Right.
Because the very first game I've ever played, it terrorized me. You want to know what the game was?
What?
Turok on the N64.
How did Turok scare you?
Because I was
I'm
like 4.
How
I
did
was like
Turok?
4. I didn't know what was going on.
Turok is a dinosaur hunting game.
My dad handed me the
Wow.
controller and after that, it took a long time for me to be scared of another game, and the game that scared me was Dead Space.
And I was about to ask. I was about to
That-
suggest Dead Space.
that-
that
that-
is a scary.
that
game.
was
I've seen
actually
that-
a
I've
really
seen that
good
gameplay
series.
too.
Because by the time
Which one? One or two? Because I've seen two gameplays.
I actually had 3.
Ooh.
Ew.
Yeah, that's worse. I'm sure. I've never seen
Meanwhile,
it.
back at the ranch.
But like,
Right.
this is when it got time. Like I got older, and like now when I play at night, and I don't play with lights on. Like I don't play any.
Yes.
It doesn't
Yes.
matter.
He plays in a pitch black
It
room.
doesn't matter what
Unless I'm
what
with
game I'm
people.
playing. I could be playing Final Fantasy 15. I can be playing Overwatch. I can be playing Minecraft.
But
Any game, I'm in pretty much total darkness.
he doesn't play horror games. Right. He doesn't play horror games though. That'd be something totally different.
That did come out this year that didn't get any mention at the Game Awards was Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted VR game. It didn't get mentioned once.
FNAF.
Because
No.
The Five Nights at Freddy's game series, Scott Kaufman made a VR game.
One person made a game by himself.
Well, now that he's got shmoney,
Right.
He does have a team.
I'm
He
mixed.
does
I'm
have
funny.
a team
I'm
to make out
educated.
helps.
But
But still, it's a small, finite team.
because
Right.
just like the old Lavender Town music, when it came to the VR, that is no.
Would you?
No. Only because
Would you play the VR game?
no.
No.
No, he been like about to say he. Did you even finish the last FNAF game?
Which one was?
With the pizza simulator in it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm shocked. Did you actually get all the haunted animatronics?
No.
Sounds about right.
So
Cause it's just that no, because like I've seen people play it and the whole lore behind it when it comes to the VR game, it's one. Not only is it horror, but it's one of those mental mind games.
It gets psychological.
It gets really psychological. Like if you ever played Super Hot
yeah,
and Super Hot VR,
yeah.
that's like it is a fun game, but when you really get into it, it is very psychological. And with Five Nights VR helped on it, it's horror, it's the horror whole thing, and then psychological off right.
And then he did the Halloween DLC this
Right.
year, and I watched Matt Pat's Game Theory live, and dang, I didn't know this dude took something that was originally a failure and made it one of the most interesting and scary images going out in gaming, and somehow it's not gory.
Mm-hmm.
So but
Hold
further
on.
on.
Speaking of horror games, before we get off the subject, head over to our YouTube channel and watch Luigi play Remothered, the game that Nico brung out. Luigi, we
He got it on what system?
PC. So we kidnapped Luigi and sent him into the Remothered world, and
I was actually surprised he even played it. I totally thought he was going to pitch out.
I would have. I'm not gonna lie. Search Somebody will do a lot of things. I'm not here for horror games. I'm not here for fighting games.
Sekiro did pretty well to VGAs.
yeah. Which did that win Game of the Year?
First of all, that game has slight horror elements to it.
Well, it does. Well, I mean, it's called Shadows Die Twice.
Shadows Die Twice, but like it's one, just like how when you play Dark Souls. Yeah, it's a dark game, but then there's certain type of enemies that just come straight out of Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah, I mean,
like with
Yeah.
Sekiro Die Twice, there was you gotta fight. I think it's called the Guardian. And it's just this giant ape.
Yep.
With a sword in it, sword in his neck. Once you beat him, you decapitate him. You find out that same. It's like it goes through the whole thing. Like you like won and all this, and then next thing you know. That same ape you just killed, it grabs its severed head, takes the blade out of its neck, and it's like round 2. And when you get to the chance, it does this blood-curdling scream where at some point in the fight, it will put its head back on temporarily, and this blood-curdling roar. And once you get closer and closer, you see this the actual way to kill it, you find out it's possessed by this like giant centipede thing that comes out, and you're just like,
yeah, because it's one of those things where you just like you just look at the art direction like, okay, and then what happens?
Right.
It's like this is
Right.
kind of creepy. Then you threw some acid into this and smell it, and it's like, okay, that's even more creepy. And then you're just like, oh, horror. And it's like,
Didn't it win Game of the Year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, out of everything in the game, the most calming boss fight, just because of its design, was you fighting a whole damn dragon. You're like, oh, okay, this actually seems like the most normal looking fight.
Shout out to the VGAs in general, because that was like in obscurity for quite some time, man. Cause
I
like,
think it's what's 5th year.
yeah. Jeff Keighley like single-handedly kept it alive because of his connections in the gaming industry. So shout out to Jeff Keighley. Like when it was on like one network and YouTube for like an hour.
I think it being on network television didn't help.
Right.
In the beginning.
Right.
It's like, because it was like, we're video gamers, dude. We're watching network.
Right. Like we're not watching TBS.
Fucking
Right. So but now it's like it's an actual award show, and they got like they show some hot exclusives. Like this year they showed the Xbox S series.
Yeah, the next Xbox system.
They actually showed what it's gonna look like, and,
okay.
and we have yet to see Sony like so many concepts of what the PS5 is going to be.
So there's the actual developer's kit.
Of that tower, that like layered
That
looking cake type
that
thing.
weird V thing, and then there's, I don't know if it's official. It's like the
Nothing
same,
is official until Sony brings it out.
It's like the same type of model and design, but it's like done up to be more sleek and actually not look like some random cobbled together project. It's the same like shape, but it's like a more sleek design. It apparently has like this OLED display on in front of it.
I think
The Xbox looks like box.
yeah.
It literally looks like a small PC tower, and I'm just like,
And that's basically what it is.
okay.
It's a small PC tower that like you could like sit on your desk and go at it.
I'm perfectly fine with that because
As long as they
it plays my damn
It
games,
doesn't matter which console, as
really
long
care.
as they like give us a detailed way to like properly clean these out, like the Microsoft and Sony officially gives us videos to properly, because I'm not up for hearing when I get my PS5, I'm not up for hearing it sound like a jet engine.
When it start getting dirty and that fan start overclocking.
Because
Does the Xbox do that when it get dirty? They're like,
Yes.
when I play Monster Hunter, especially when I play Monster Hunter or GTA, immediately it sounds like there's a jet engine in my room.
Mine's does that for maybe, I want to say about a minute before it calms down.
It does it for some games and they will calm down, but like those specific games, it's like that the entirety of the time.
It depends on how much processing power it is.
True.
And it's not, it's the old generation, it's not. I'm ready for the new generation that has all the, that has a supposed Zen 2 architecture and Navi. I'm not listening to them when they say, oh, 8K graphics in video games. I don't care. I don't even have a 4K TV.
Like 8K graphics, this is like, we're just gonna beam it directly into your cerebral cortex.
8K is still hard on some of the most high-end PCs. Unless high-end gaming PCs. It's not hard for like workstations because the GPUs and processors and those, that's a whole nother beast.
Yeah.
The one thing that's been on my mind though since the announcement of the Xbox and the upcoming PlayStation 5.
You know, PlayStation 5 is going to be backwards compatible, right?
PlayStation 5 hasn't said that.
They
but
did.
Xbox has.
Again,
PlayStation did say it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Here's my thing with the whole backwards.
It's about time.
The type of gamer I've become, it doesn't matter if I did it like when I played the game when I was 9, or I played the game 30 minutes ago. I've moved on to multiplayer. I still do single player and open world games, but like the moment I beat the game, that's it. We done. I think the Shadow of the Hedgehog game was the only game I hadn't actually invested playing it over and over.
That's because I had 5 different endings.
To multiple endings, but like other than that,
That's
depending
it.
on the game, I picked the.
And on top of that, the game was horrible.
And I liked it. That's because I'm an edgelord.
Yeah, like Shadow of the Hedgehog, the video game, was everything wrong with the 2000s. It was like if Hot Topic became a store.
I
mean,
become a store.
It became a video game.
It was a bad game, but it was at the same time it was bad enough for most people to consider it a cult classic. Plus it was better than some of the Sonic games that came after it.
For some of them.
Most of them. We're not going to talk about the one where you're the little weird princess and like how interspecies bestiality came a little thing and that started the whole thing. And we're definitely not going to talk about the game that came out when they came out with the new Sonic Boom or whatever. Those, or the Sonic games where it's just like the speed wasn't right and he was essentially walking and going through the courses.
Yo, there was one Sonic game that almost had everything right until nighttime. He turned into a werehog.
I remember that. That was
the funny thing was during the daytime, the way they made Sonic run
the last good
And
Sonic
it
game, in my
kind of
opinion,
turned
was,
into a driving game,
Right.
and it made so much sense.
The last good Sonic game, in my opinion, was Sonic Advance.
Did you play Sonic Mania?
And Adventures.
Did you play Sonic Mania?
Yeah.
That was a great Sonic game.
But like, I'm saying where like with Adventures, because they changed up the format because of because it's with like a different format than normal Sonic. That was like one of the last good ones. They kept trying to push the envelope, and it was just like no.
But yo,
Did you see the trailer for that new episode, the second game?
The Wolf Among Us?
No, not the Wolf Among Us, but also great game. The one
Number 2, Revitalize. Yeah.
the one they showed at the VGAs for the Xbox Series X. Where they had the tribal woman rapping.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly is going on there.
That you're not supposed to know what's going on there. Is that I can tell you right now. The first game was good, and the way it was, and it came out to be really good. They did that purely as to show off. This is how powerful the new Xbox is.
Senua Saga, that's what it was.
Yeah,
This is how the graphics will look. This is like at its peak performance, how sexy it can be.
I'm more, but what I was trying to say earlier, I'm more concerned when Beyond from Good and Evil 2 is going to come out.
When? I'm like,
Because now we know we're at the end of this generation.
Speaking of,
So is it going to be one of those games where it's going to be on both systems,
probably not. No.
or is it just going to be on the next gen?
It should just be next gen. But speaking of games, and sequels and coming.
And what does that say for
Have you-
Cyberpunk?
I think Cyberpunk might be on both. I would rather than not, because it's clearly going to feel like they might, even if it optimize it for both, it's going to feel like a dumbed down.
so Cyberpunk.
I disagree because Grand Theft Auto 5 felt it when it was just on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, it was perfectly fine. And then when it got enhanced for next gen, it only got better.
It only got better, but I'm saying there's certain games that came out for both. Like I think it was Black Ops 3.
Okay.
It came out on both.
But that was the thing. There was no extra work put into it. It was just patched over because those games are just a yearly fucking thing.
It's a yearly thing, but I'm saying, like, cause I've seen the videos and I've had it myself back on my PS3 before I lost it, and then playing it on the PS4, playing those same maps, and seeing how one is just completely different textures. Because the original texture they had there was just too much for the system, and they had to like rip out and then use really old textures, and it was just disgusting.
You mean a lazily done?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's until like there's some game companies who actually take the time out to hone their craft and work on it. Then you have
Brothers that want a quick buck.
Yeah,
the guys who put that shit out every year. Think about it. Even Assassin's Creed finally realized they were like,
we're not talking about
what?
Assassin's Creed, like
what? They were chucking them out every year until Unity, and the shit hit the fan.
Because that made me so mad. I'm just like, this is not a franchise you chuck out every year.
And then they had to redo it and go with Origins and Odyssey, and then they had these 2 side games that if they thought it out, it would have been a better actual game because it would have shown a different area. Because there's these 2 side games. One takes place in Russia and one takes place in India. I would have loved for those to actually have been full-scale fucking games instead of some crap that's that's practically a cell phone game. Pardon the rain.
Another reason I don't talk about the Assassin's Creed, not just because they some part that started cranking it out every year, like this was 2K or Call of Duty.
Finish your sentence.
That the whole Desmond thing.
Oh yeah,
They
the way they botched that story.
botched that story completely. It was just,
They didn't know what to do with
They
it.
hit the wall.
Yeah.
And now moving on to 2K, my issues with that.
Which
It's just,
2K? Because I know where I'm going.
it started like I don't play sport games.
That's
Let me say
fine.
that. So I don't get the appeal of it. Like yo, if I'm gonna play basketball, I'm gonna just talk to my friends, grab the ball, and we're gonna go to the court.
Right.
So there's that. But like how it's just like it was a smart move, but at the same time, you just like did you really just add like a story mode?
Not just a story mode that's been written and directed by people. Like the last one was done by Spike Lee, and I was just like, really, Spike? This is what we're doing.
You added the story mode, and I was just like,
I'm
it
waiting for
made me.
season 2 if she's got to have it, but no, you had to do the story
like
on 2K.
I'm just sitting there like, fam, like, you're really that against grabbing a basketball and going out hooping that you now we got stories in here where you can make your own character, you can relive the dreams that you never was going to have.
That's what it is. You gotta.
Really like to relive their glory days like that.
You gotta add.
Funny thing is, I never want to relive high school football.
You gotta add some element to the game to make it replayable. Like and like just coming in and playing basketball is one thing, but living your life as a basketball player outside off the court is story
It's
mode.
just like that story mode in the last Fight Night game. Remember Fight Night?
Do all the fun stuff.
Right.
The NBA,
Right.
the NFL,
Right. So they added it in the
No,
game.
my whole issue is if they're gonna go that way, go all the way in. Should you cheat on your wife?
Right.
Oh God.
It's like,
But
Equals
side chick constantly texting you. What do?
you
Ignore
you
or
lose
answer?
53 experience points.
There was something that made me mad about that just now.
Baby mama drama. What do you
Remember
do?
the whole thing with
Beat up your baby mama.
Steph Curry
oh God.
and his wife,
What's your prenup?
and everybody was making the memes
Say what?
of like people going into Aisha, what's her name? Aisha?
Aisha Curry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Going into her DMs, like they should have had it so where like you can mess up, cheat on wife, things that happen, and it's really community based because it will pick anyone else's who played the game, their random character, and like put them in your story. Like you find your wife's phone, and like
Bruh.
it could be like the person you play
That's too
against in
much.
his story. It's just like
Right.
I think your wife.
Right. That's a lot.
That's
You
pretty-
couldn't tell me that shit.
That's
That's petty and hot at the same time.
That's like playing Madden and having your character take a knee.
Also, they would not let that happen. But
when it comes to sports games this year, one of the biggest flops, and it was just abysmal failure, WWE 2K20. The game that put so much money into its marketing campaign and not enough into the actual game.
right. That
At least they do put.
has so many bugs.
When it comes to, I would say they at least they know how to put.
They actually make the game work.
At least they know how to market it. Cause like when I'm sitting there listening to YouTube, and the ads come up, and I can't like block it, and I'm just like, where? I'm hearing this fire music, and I'm just like, yo, this actually. First of all, this don't look one. It's not like showing that much of the game, and it's showing mostly the real
Mm-hmm.
athletes and shit. And I'm just like, what does it feel like it's about to be a whole music video? For real. And it was just like, this is just weird. Like, I'm not buying, it's not selling me. The way it has it set up, it's not selling me.
On the game,
It's
right.
selling me the soundtrack
The players.
and the players. I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean that's what it's really selling. But when WWE 2K20 came out, it was like it wasn't even past beta testing.
Right.
Like, if you see the videos online, characters can't get through the ropes.
Yep.
Referees
Yeah.
won't sink into the ring.
Yep. It was just so buggy because they just put it out fast to get a cash grab.
And what makes it really bad for me, just from a marketing standpoint, it's the first video game where they actually put a woman on the cover, and it's literally the worst.
Right.
Thing ever. And I'm just like,
Right.
Oh, that's bad.
Right.
That'd be smart.
Definitely.
And you know what?
To get
A
you.
definite possibility.
That's how I think, because Vince McMahon is a very old school person and despises the whole idea that there's a woman who refers to herself as the man in
Right.
the WWE. So I just imagine him being that angry old man yelling, and we just go, "Okay, boomer."
So
Now my mind's thinking on marketing. And I'm just like, I wish I had the money to like buy the marketing team for some of the Call of Duty games and Arby's, the guy at Arby's who does
You
the.
mean
Their
the guy who
marketing?
does the social media.
Yeah.
Arby's?
Yeah.
I wish I had.
That guy is doing one hell of a job.
Whoever controls the Twitter.
Oh yeah, well Wendy's yes.
Oh yeah.
I think Wendy's single-handedly change how fast food companies react to people on Twitter. Cause now like everybody's getting in on it. Just savagery all over the place because of Wendy's.
Remember how I was telling you earlier about the whole house thing and me having to deal with people?
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I just got compared to Twitter. I was just like, you know what? You said something smart about my name. Now I'm about to flame you, boy.
Flame you.
I would literally sit there and roast people in front of the entire queue line, and people would be like, "Oh," I'm just like, you should check my Twitter.
So let's talk about some of the other misses in video games this year. I know me and Corey talk about one in general, which is the debacle of Fallout 76.
Woo. Now, technically, Fallout 76 did come out in late November, but let's be honest, when it comes to like November on, it's like you gotta throw it into 2019.
Right.
One, it could have been perfect.
Like
It could have been perfect. It could have been really good. I don't know what it is. Who is Bethesda, right?
Bethesda, yeah.
And who does Skyrim? Them too?
Bethesda.
Yes.
Why is it just like you make these amazing games and then you decide to make them online and you trash everything?
Well, the funny thing is, even the Elder Scrolls Online is still a fine game.
It's still a fine.
It's a fine game
but
on
Fallout-
PC.
Playing it on PC.
If you're playing on PC.
It's a
But
fine
Fallout,
game,
but
'cause I've
Fallout
played it on both.
76 is
Trash.
the biggest swing and a miss for a company that for almost a decade has been knocking it out of the
And then
park.
they made it so
I don't-
much worse.
I don't know.
It had so many problems off the box that it just didn't deliver it, and then they tried to fix it. Then they had the issue with the whole people glitching into the developer's room and
To
getting
be honest,
items.
that was an improvement.
So
The biggest issue of all, that subscription service.
Whoa. You skipped over something major.
so I don't know. So I don't know. So
Whoa, before we get to that,
so I don't know if
the announcement, like we were supposed to be excited for Battle Royale.
right, and that weak storyline that they put in because
I didn't even know about that because like I've turned myself off to like I was initially interested in Battle Royale when I first heard of PUBG. Then the Fortnite came out, and then it was their whole little back and forth. And then as soon as like I'm on the PlayStation store, on the Xbox store, I'm just seeing all these different things coming out the woodworks for like
Battle Royales.
Battle Royales. One thing that really made me mad, remember the games Paladins?
Yeah.
That same company made their own Battle Royale.
Yeah. Brawlhalla, right?
No, Brawlhalla is this like Smash type game,
Yeah. I'm sorry.
but like it's
Which
called,
just added
it's
to
like
the-
called,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like called Royal Realms or whatever.
Oh.
and it's like, not only is it like, there's certain games you can like, pay like, the Fortnite. You can get
Microtransactions.
not the microtransaction. You know, for how Fortnite, the Battle Royale is free and it has microtransactions.
But there's a story mode that you gotta pay for.
And then
Right.
other games that are like Battle Royale that you either pay for or you don't. They came out with theirs, and it's just like, one, we already have to deal with the era where we gotta pay for online, pay to play online with a lot of games.
You gotta pay to win.
Pay to win, pay to play online.
That was a
with,
big debacle last year with EA.
With the,
Yeah.
like PlayStation Live and the Xbox subscription.
Wait, they got games where they make you pay to win? Like to win it, or it's just to cheat?
There's one
To win to cheat. So we could play, but if you want the good stuff, you gotta cough up some money.
Like here's like
But yeah, out to your left, you'll see them. But like Fallout 76, like their whole community, the game in itself was a cash grab.
yeah, it really was. It
So-
it literally tarnished the brand.
Yeah,
so
heavy.
And then on top of that, by the next you know, the $100 subscription service for the game.
Right.
It was like no one wants to play the game now.
Right. Like
What are you doing?
like they admitted that Fallout 4, as good as it was just a test for Fallout
But the
76.
funny thing is, it makes you want to just go back and play Fallout 4.
Pretty much. Like me being a Bethesda and a Fallout fan.
Fallout 4 is looking really good. About
Yup. Yup.
But what he was tapping on with the battle royales and whatnot, one game that actually showed up late last year that did great this year, Apex Legends.
Oh yeah, yeah. That came out and just took it by storm.
And not only that, but it really is its own thing.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it does have a lot of the elements that the other ones do, but all these characters with their custom abilities kind of separates them from that. Plus, the new maps and just the way they work, and the fact that the games have ping systems that now other games have copied.
Right.
It says a lot.
Right.
And the difficulty curve on that shit is wild.
Yeah.
Like I'm good at shooters. I suck at Apex Legends.
I suck at Apex Legends.
I'm just like, yo, I feel like, and it's bad enough. I try to play Fortnite and get beat like 12-year-olds. It's very insulting because they're just like, oh, you noob. I'm like, shut up and hit puberty. Not taking crap from you. You didn't have hair in your chest yet.
I would have kind of just told him, that's why I'm doing your mom, man.
Doing your mom. I miss Ray William Johnson. He had a whole song called Doing Your Mom. So,
Let's talk about the good in some games that's happening right now.
Star Wars Fallen Order.
EA got they shit together.
DICE. Ooh.
Oh, but isn't DICE owned by EA? Let's just say EA left.
EA hasn't said anything.
EA left the developers alone to do their job, and DICE hit it out the park.
That's because, as a community, as a whole, gamers are tired of their shit.
As a whole,
EA is.
When you manage to become more hated than Activision, you're messing up.
And Activision is
so but DICE did an incredible job. It gave us what we asked for, which is a single player story mode.
It's the first time I've seen a good story about a ginger in the last 5 years.
Right. Because they do not have good stories and whatever they play at.
And then, I just thought about a few years ago how every character who was like a redheaded kid on the DC shows got replaced by a black person.
Yup.
Yo, it must be hard out there for a ginger.
Also, Almighty's one of his favorite games, Overwatch. They announced Overwatch 2, and they announced a story mode for Overwatch 2.
Now I'm interested.
Right.
Because I just refuse to pay full price for.
Man,
A battle royale.
I'm disgusted.
You're disgusted?
Disgusted.
By
Echo?
Overwatch 2.
how?
1. So,
This is gonna be good.
Overwatch 2.
It's the same thing as Overwatch 1.
It's an add-on.
It's an extra $60 for an add-on.
It's a $60 DLC
A story mode.
for Overwatch 1.
So let me get this straight. Are you upset because this is Blizzard doing what Blizzard has done for years?
Here's the thing.
What about World of Warcraft coming to the system? Coming to the
I don't think that's going to turn out the
Trash.
way everyone thinks it is.
Trash.
I genuinely don't think that's going to turn out the way people think it is.
1. Trash. Not because World of Warcraft is just like, anytime you have a game like that and you move it to the console, it really doesn't work.
as in ESO. ESO was absolutely trash. I was so disgusted by ESO.
This is what made me mad because when it first came out, not when it first came out, when it came out, Jamal had bought me a disc copy for the game, himself, and his girlfriend. And I actually played it. On not even a computer that was that strong, so it couldn't have the full graphic qualities, but I played it on PC. And I had so much fun with it. And then it was just like, all right, we're gonna smack this on the consoles, and it was not the same. It was bad. They dropped the graphical qualities so much for the consoles. I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but I know about the whole PC master race, but still, it was the whole just bad experience. Just like with how Final Fantasy 14. Daddy, bad. And when they switched up to how it, where it's like, oh, here, it's free. No, it's just expensive as fucking subscription. Bad. But the thing with Overwatch 2, Overwatch is my first Blizzard game.
Oh,
Really?
that would explain.
Well, yeah, mine's too, because I never got into to WoW. I couldn't afford it growing up.
What?
But now that everybody's like, and by the time it was free to play, I didn't care anymore because I was already on other stuff.
Diablo?
I never played Diablo. Speaking of Diablo 4, speaking of the trailer the trailer for 4 is absolutely amazing. Speaking of some more good news for games, Diablo 4 trailer was amazing, and that I'm definitely going to get into.
Just put Overwatch 2 in the trash pile. That was not this. Everybody was like, hey, yes! Yeah, and we're just like, fam, we waited 3 years for a story version of the game. We still got no lore for some of the characters. We found out the sexual orientation for certain characters before we found out any lore of like what most of the cast like.
Well, I mean, the
The
whole
most
sexual
interesting-
orientation thing, ironically, you can blame PC culture for that.
The
Yup.
most
Because people
Yup.
actually inquire about those things.
Yup.
Nada is the most interesting person on it.
Which one is that?
Is the
No, I literally
When it comes
don't
to-
know all the names.
when it comes to the kid, like
He's a robot. He's the
floating one that sits there. And
he's a floating robot. Yeah,
I'm gonna give you hands with harmony.
yeah.
Pretty
Okay.
much. Most interesting because he has so many different ties with so many different characters. Like his brother Minata, who was shot in the one cinematic, My Widow, and the
Okay, I know that one. Yeah, okay.
He's the master Genji, who is
Okay,
younger brother
Genji.
to Hanzo.
Okay.
And there's that whole linkage. No lore for him. But we found out that Soldier 76 was, I think, is gay.
Okay.
When we find out Tracer
I don't understand why that matters.
is gay, I'm just like, there's nothing.
Because of what Corey said, PC culture. Because of weirdos online.
People inquire about these things, and
That
then
is-
paramount than the actual character themselves.
And
so
like,
they just throw that stuff out there. Shut
and
them
it
up.
really makes me mad because we got little lore bits based off the different events that happen, and we only really got the lore that comes with the archives to like what happened, like back in the day before.
When I go home, I'm gonna see if there's a
So,
compilation
we gotta-
of videos and just watch them.
Yeah,
Speed this up.
thing, but it's just like
So, any games you are looking forward to playing next year? I know Nico is Diablo 4, of course.
If they decide to come out with another Sims game, I'm definitely down.
See, well, the Sims, they actually are coming out with a new Sims game.
There's always gonna be another
They didn't put a bunch of like every year they put out expansions.
Expansions pack for the ones we got,
I
yeah.
want to see what they got new now because I have the very first one, the original from PlayStation 2.
Right.
I have Sims 2, and Sims 2 is completely different than the first one. The
Right.
first one is like what
Yep.
everything looks like now. It's just that everything was limited.
Right.
You didn't have a whole lot. You couldn't do a whole lot. With 2, it was like, you know how, have you ever played The Sims like on a phone or a mobile device?
I have.
Yes.
Yeah, and like they be running around,
Mhm.
or like you ever played it on like Game Boy SP because that was the first Sims I played actually.
I actually do remember that.
Yeah, and like you would have to run around and go to places and do certain stuff and all of that. Like yeah, I had to
They
learn.
did that.
They did that one for the second game for PlayStation 2. And that shit was so dumb. Like all of it was just super dumb. Like you
The
gotta
Sims
go over
fan
to
base.
like you can't like go ahead and just schedule it or anything
Even
like
more
that.
you
Like you gotta
want.
actually physically like move the thing. You gotta be standing in front of stuff.
Sims fan base is quiet because they're busy playing Sims.
Pretty much.
because
Oh, yes, that's right. I'm right there with you.
you know how we
I'm
had
ready
these
to turn
outrages
Game of
about
Thrones
microtransactions and all the different DLCs and the pay to win. Back when I was with my ex,
She who shall not be named.
Yeah.
we're gonna call it Toxic Bakery, but I'm hit you in the mouth. Cut that out. Back when I was with Toxic Bakery, I've watched so many different communities talk about, oh, I'm tired of paying this much for like DLCs and expansions, and like Destiny and Destiny 2 was one of the most hated games back then for my time. But then I like had to pay for Sims 4, and then I saw all the expansions that keep coming out with it, and I added up all the prices. I'm just like, first of all, if you get the digital one, you're still paying $50.
Mm-hmm. Now if you get it on sale, that's how I do.
If you get it on sale, but like if you don't hit
You
the
know,
sale and you pay,
I spent I think my game was like $20.
if you're not getting it on the sale, it's $50.
Yeah,
and
it's
if you're
like-
not
it's either
getting
$40
any
or
of the
$50.
expansions or the little
Expansion
slots,
$40 each.
Mm-hmm.
all that $50 for the game, and then all the like little expansions, even the little ones to the big ones, to the bundles. Getting all that, you're paying an additional anywhere, I think like $190 to $210.
Yep.
Well, that's
For
if you
that.
decide you want to be all extra like that though.
And here's the big difference. The Sims
You
is a
can build
game
it
that
next
can
year.
never end.
Yeah,
Literally.
Yeah, I get that.
Destiny
That-
wasn't even finished, and then they made you buy DLC.
The Sims has almost an infinite replayability.
Yes.
There is very little games,
To build Westeros.
Yep.
very little games
Everybody was
that can say that.
We had like the Starks in one house, we had the Lannisters, and then we had House Targaryen, and then we had everybody else who was like miscellaneous.
If y'all want to see that, subscribe to there you go.
I had some people stop putting me in there.
Twitch.tv/ModelNicoSmith, Twitch.tv/ModelNicoSmith.
There you go. If you want to relive Westeros, the black version, there you go.
I gotta tell you, stop putting me in
So she can do the wildlands.
in their Sims. Like I have friends that like put me in their Sims game, and for some reason it always turns out the same. Like I end up being a dictator of a third world country.
I can see
Have you
that.
ever played Tropico?
I have.
Yeah, it's a sim where you're a dictator.
So
Like
what about
What am I looking for?
yes sir.
You know, I want to say
Cyberpunk?
Resident Evil 2. But I don't know if that's even gonna fucking come out this year.
So I personally think Beyond Good and Evil, which is one of my games I'm looking forward to, won't be out until 2021 after the new console.
After the new console.
After the new console, but we will get Cyberpunk 2077 in March on the PS4 and the Xbox, and then I believe that they will port it over for next gen consoles.
To hear that Violation is back, and they're going to make another Saints Row game.
Yes,
Please tell me
yes.
it's better than the third one.
Well, mind you, the third one wasn't done by them. That's why it was all over
Like
the
trash?
place with
That's
super
why
powers, with superpowers and stuff.
Garbage trash.
It was stupid, but
It was no. That was like a kids game. They might as well should have made that TV 14 for real. Because
But no, not
the first and the
no,
second
Saints
one.
Row
That
4.
it was serious.
I'm mad.
Saints Row 4 was
I
good.
played
3.
I'm mad they
no,
killed my
4
man
was
Gat.
with the superpowers. 3 was when things started getting weird.
That's when they started with the weirdness. Cause Saints Row 2, you know, you got blowed up.
Mm.
Yes, I said blowed up.
It's
I know what
okay.
the word is.
But there was the,
you
but
got
there was
blowed
a
up. You
story
was
that
in the
made
prison
sense.
hospital. You
Yup.
had to like
Make
escape
your character.
prison. And then like, you know, it was funny because she was like, I know you ain't got your feet up on my coffee table.
Okay,
But
Aisha.
you're right. Aisha was not playing.
And Johnny Gat.
Shout out to Johnny Gat. R.I.P. Johnny Gat. He was a real one. Anyway, that's our time, folks. Make sure you tune into next week when we talk about the shows and movies of the year. This is the Mermaid Junkies. These comic balls signing out. Peace.
Cool, I'm that dog. The hood call me fireworks, cause only in the night I spark. With the almighty, running from 12. Ninja Turtle trap house, pizza and shells. I'm hotter than a speaker in hell. You gon' go from blowing your blowhole to sleeping with whales. All y'all broken, faulty, lying and crying. Because I am the truth, you salt. Rehab want me, I'm junkie. Big girls love me, I'm eating up rappers, I'm chunky. I'm like, take over that. The world love us, that is stupid facts. All these lames bringing stupid back. I see through them, translucent that. This is lucid rap, and I'm proving that.